Hey guys, it's Tarstan here. Today I'm trying to take on a beast that have given me a lot of anxiety, and I have tried to think about the way I can best explain how betrayal is insane way of making currency. But the thing with betrayal is when you try to watch other videos on how to set it up and how to do it, they end up being 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes. And it's just something you're gonna have to get your hands on. But I'll briefly try to explain what I do and how you can do it, and you'll just have to pick up things along the way. First of all, for my watchstones and Waldo's Rest, I have 4 of these that gives increased master missions. I run with double Junes here, and I run with Harbinger, and in the Sana map device, I put in Harbinger. Just having these with the Sana map mod gives you a lot of extra stuff, and the Metamorph is just, I don't really care about the blight encounters, I just have some extra Metamorphs. And that's it. That's pretty much how I do it. I just run canyons, I pretty much chisel, alch, and go, put some sections on my maps. Nothing too crazy there. So first of all, I'll bring up the spreadsheet I made here. We'll talk a little bit about why is it so profitable. Actually, I need to go to here first. Let's look at what they do. Defeat Immortal Syndicate members gains 5 intelligence for the current encounter safe house if not interrogated. So if you click the right option out of the two, you know, there's interrogate on the left and then there's an option on the right. If you click the option on the right, you get 5 intelligence every single time. And here, whenever you rank up an intelligence member, or whenever you rank them up, they get 1 additional rank. It just means that you get a lot of intelligence from this and ranking up your members really, really fast, which means you, whenever you derank them, you get even more XP. This is why I run all my June machines here. This just makes you get safe houses extremely fast, and ranking them up to get them to rank 3, which is ultimately our goal, is very, very good to do. And that's why I run them in Waldo. I'll talk about Heroic Hamlet in a bit. I haven't done it, but Javier gave me a really good idea for do things in Heroic Hamlet. Okay, so now, why do we want rank 3 members? Well, in 3.14 Ultimatum, they changed how the Mastermind encounter works, and whenever you have anybody on your syndicate board going into it, they will be upgraded by 1 rank. So let me just quickly show you here. This will be rank 4 if I were to do the Mastermind right now. So it doesn't matter if they're a captain or not. Anyone that's rank 3 anywhere in the board gets 1 extra rank. So everybody who's rank 2 will get rank 3, etc, etc, etc. But for the tier 4 rewards, something that wasn't in the game before is, for example, Hillock, you could only get 30% before. But now, if he's in transportation, you get 30% on the weapon. People will buy that for 1 exalted orb. Fortification is 30% on the armor. People will buy that for 1 exalted orb. And Iceling rank 4 is now super, super, super profitable. Because they changed how unveiling works, and they make the unveils really, really powerful. And with the lack of harvest crafting, this is like kind of how you farm a harvest, right? Before, you would go into harvest, you would save us crafts, and you would then sell them on the Discord. Here, you run your June missions, and you can sell the different crafts. It's just it's like playing a chess game to try and min-max it. But I'll try and help you out with that, right? But Iceling, if you get her to rank 4, you can sell her slams with 3 exalt orbs because they're super powerful. For Richie rank 4, he gives you 1 to white sock or 1 to 6 white sockets. It's super good. And for the flat, you get breach stones, but I don't like the trading, but I included it. Now, what's really, really big money, and what I started out, I thought to myself, yo, doing intervention, getting a bunch of scarabs. Scarabs are a lot of money this league, so for the first, I don't know, 4 days of doing it, I completely neglected all of this, and I've neglected all of this that I'll get into. But by just doing the scarabs and putting good people in intervention rank 3, so the way it works is whenever you get a rank 3, you'll drop a wing scarab, but they also drop gilded and polished, so you end up usually getting like 3 scarabs average per thing. So it's like, just by having Tora rank 4 in there, it's 100C. By having Garishus in there, it's like 80C. Elrion, blah blah blah, you know what I mean? So if you get a bunch of good scarabs that you can then sell, they're really expensive. I can pull it up here if you want to see the prices, or if they changed. You go to PU.ninja, you go to scarabs. Here you can see the prices for the scarabs, right? You get 60 for the big ones, and then the rest of the ones are around 40, but you also dropped a bunch of gilded and polished that also sells for a lot of money, so farming scarabs is super good from intervention. On top of that, Mastermind drops the Cinder Swallow Flask, which is pretty good money, and whenever you do a regular safe house, you have a chance of dropping a Paradoxica, which is also really good money, right? So this is what you can profit from. And then there's also challenges to sell, so if you just kill Katarina, she's dead on the ground, and you have some spare portal to spare, you can call people in. They will pay you 30C, and then you can talk to Katarina once she incites, and then they'll get the kill completion for the end game grind, which is to kill the mastermind 20 times. So if you just have a mastermind, you have a really bad board, you didn't die in your fight, you have 5 portals but no extra bench scraps, you can usually get 5 times 30C just by getting people in and talking to her while they're inside after defeating her, which is pretty simple. There's another challenge, I'm not going to talk about it. You can read it if you want, and that's fine. Now, the hard part is, how do you set up a mastermind board really, really fast? Well, the way it currently works is, you can see I literally just ran my mastermind, right? It's on 0 XP, everything is not revealed, but I have a safe house ready, and this safe house is almost ready. And this one has some progress too. So the intelligence you had for the different safe houses going into the mastermind carries over to the next one. So if you can min-max this and try to have a lot of intelligence, you know, leading into the mastermind, or the people that we don't care about, which is basically everybody not mentioned in the spreadsheet, you can try and de-rank them and get more XP, so you can get the safe houses really, really fast. But now, this is what the board looks like brand new. We're 6 minutes in. I'm going to try and keep this short. What I ultimately focus on is we need to run 3 to 4 safe houses before we get the next mastermind. Most commonly, you'll see these guys be rank 2. And when you de-rank rank 2, you get 30 XP for the mastermind. So if you can get one rank 3, it's 3 safe houses. If it's all rank 3, you probably need 4. But what I usually do is I run, I try to make everybody get a job. I call it get a job. They need to be working for a station, right? Because if you have 3 on rank 1, it's super random who shows up where. So my goal initially is to get everybody under a station and run this safe house once and this safe house once. After I run research once and intervention once, then I care about who is there for my mastermind, right? Because I know I need to run this at least one time before I can get the mastermind, and this one time. So my first thoughts on a fresh new board is run my safe houses. After I run intervention, then I'll care about who goes there. But for now, it pretty much doesn't matter who goes where, because we'll run all these safe houses. All the guys who's gonna get reset. You can min-max it a little bit, but it doesn't matter that much. All right. Now here is another version. We've just run the intervention safe house. I've managed to get idling on the research. We also run research, and we have these 2 stations here, right? So now my goal is, after running intervention, as I mentioned, I want to try to get as many good people over here as I can. But I know if I get 1 more safe house completed here in transportation, then I'll have a mastermind. So my biggest goal for now is get the intelligence by de-ranking Haku, for example, de-ranking Yorkin, try and get this safe house going, so I'll have a mastermind, and at the same time ranking up Ashling. But I mean, we just need to have 1 encounter to have Ashling up. I do want to mention something that this picture doesn't show. The only way to rank up Ashling here that is very important is she needs to have 1 guy with her in the safe house. If she's completely alone with Richie, she'll never be able to rank up. So you need to have Ashling, for example, +1 if you want to be able to rank her up to rank 3. So you want to make sure to always have Ashling here with +1, so you can then rank her up. And then, for example, Gravicious, if you have a few more missions, you want to de-rank him and get him over here for the Div Scarab. But until Ashling is rank 3, you always need to have 1 more here. But that's essentially it, right? I run my safe houses. I don't really care who's there. This doesn't look very good right now. So my biggest focus is running the next safe house and getting some guys over here. And at the same time, Ashling is the biggest money we make. So I make sure to have 1 guy here so they can show up together so you can rank her up. Now, this is what I ended up with this safe house. And I will tell you, it took me 6 master missions. From what you see in these 3 pictures, it's 6 master missions, right? It's 6 maps I run. Oh god. I think this is the one. It's 6 maps I run. And in those 6 maps, I get to get Ashling rank 3, which is 3 Exalted Orbs. I get Borichi rank 3, which I then ended up selling for, I don't know, I think I got 4 white sockets, so I ended up making a little over 100 C from that. And I got gilded Ambush Scarab and a gilded Reliquary Scarab. So, you know, from just selling the services here and doing my mastermind and getting the clicks, it usually adds up to about 5 to 6 Exalted Orbs in just 6 master missions. Now, this board is far from perfect, but that is not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to see how can I make the best possible safe house in the least amount of missions. And, you know, if you can do this every 6 missions, you get an Ashling rank 3 and you get a few good scarabs. I don't really care about the Hillercraft. Hillercraft is nice if the worlds align, but that's not ultimately my goal. My goal is to get the safe house and look at my progression again. I have 2 safe houses almost ready, and I could probably min-max it a bit more to de-rank Tora a little bit to have this safe house being ready to run. We just ran the safe house to get the progression, but the more you tinker around, the better you can do it. So going into a mastermind, you want to have the correct ranks, and you want to have your safe houses ready, so you can pretty much right after the safe house C-rank them and be like halfway to the mastermind. And then you just need to run a couple of missions, and you already get the next one. It is insane when you perfect this, just how fast you can make these, and it's the hardest part is to learning how to maneuver the guys around, but my best bet is to put people in positions and then D-rank the ones you want in specific places. And for this, you know, since we want Aisling rank 3, you need to have one more dude there minimum to rank her up. Now, that is what I do. It's the shortest way I can explain it. You're probably gonna have tons of questions, but my advice, go there, try it. If you don't do it in 5 missions, but let's say you do it in 8 or 9, if you can make 5 Exalted Orbs in 8 master missions, I would say that's pretty damn good. I don't think you can do that consistently anywhere else. Now, I had a good tip. Let me open up the Atlas. And if you want to sustain June missions, I currently don't have enough and I'm a little bit sad. There's one way you can do it. You can buy the prophecy called Amaxa Seeks Help with June. And if you run that prophecy whenever you run the map, there's a chance she shows up. That is not guaranteed master missions, so let's just pretend I had 4 of these. But for Hayward Camlet, right? If you have the June missions or June passives known here, basically you have increased chance to get a June mission and completing a map. Completing maps gives 10 intelligence to a random safe house. So just by running maps here, I don't think this one does much unless you get missions, but that one's fine, right? But this is what makes Hayward Camlet pretty cool for it. Is you have increased chance for missions, but you can also get the 4 watchstones, so have even higher chance. And then you get 10 safe house intelligence every time you complete a map. And you can just try to find the cheapest tier 11, tier 12, tier 13 maps you can buy in bulk, and you can just run Hayward until you maybe can set up a safe house. And you get intelligence while you're running maps, right? For master missions. I haven't done this. I might need to check it out. It was a suggestion I got yesterday, but I'm making this video today and I haven't done many master missions since. But it's a way to get even more intelligence while you're trying to farm for master missions. And if you just end up absolutely loving interacting with June, I do recommend that you get these 3 notes here. You get 4 of these stones, which would be Investigator, Titanium, Hayward Camlet, Watchstones, right? And then you can run those there and you can get a ton of June missions and maybe you ended up really liking this strat. I've been talking for 12 minutes. That's about the limit I want to put for these videos. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up. I'll leave a link in the description to the spreadsheet, the TFT Discord, to my Twitch, to my Discord, and yo, let me know in the comments what you think. I do hope that a lot of you guys can take and learn something from this. You don't have to do exactly what I do, but I do think that if you can get some safe houses and set them up correctly, and not spend too many master missions, you can become extremely rich. And the time you spend in this league, you can use in many leagues to come. So that's my point of it. I really enjoy interacting with them. And whenever I do it, I feel like it's a good time. I can't wait to run my Junes. I just know I'm gonna make money no matter what. And that's a pretty good feeling in Path of Exile, where I feel most of the times you have to set yourself up for good RNG, whereas the June missions is like you're pretty much guaranteed it as long as you set up your board up correctly. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.